Alright, well, g'day and welcome back. As you'll see here already, no big surprise what one of the upgrades and updates to the Botanical Gardens is. It is a walkway here. So what we've done just with this little section is added in some tarred, I think it's tarred roof shingle. I've still yet to flatten this out here and create a stair up to the next level here. These things are really finicky and a real pain in the butt to get done, so I haven't just sort of got the basic framework in, and they're especially hard to do when you're doing them as a flat thing. But we've now got these done all the way along the walkway here as well. I've also added in some ambient lighting just with those little firefly lights there. I've done a little bit more filling out on the top to make it sort of a little bit more mossy and whatnot. And what we've also done through here as well is put a little bit more planting in. I wanted to sort of allude to views from different places. It's a real sort of thing I have. I actually have a degree in interior design myself, so I have a design mind, and I worked in architecture for a while, so it's a real thing for me. I have a real design thing. So what we've done here in terms of other changes is planted out a little bit more on the way up to our walk here, which you would have seen previously. And what we now have on the walk is some nice iron grates all the way out here, which has been also widened out. I'm not sure if we spoke about last time, but this is where you can sort of really get the full scope of the view, and you know, you don't really want to kind of tease or be able to see all of the view from the interior of the gardens themselves. So, you know, it's made to kind of direct you to out here. So, and I've gone through and sort of meticulously and painstakingly in little 1 cube increments all throughout the place here, gone through and leveled out this pathway a little bit as well. Making these paths is a real pain in the butt. You've got to kind of do this and flatten out. It's a real pain in the butt. I've still got probably a couple of little extra trees that are sort of still growing out here. That redwood is growing out still. It'll be as high as probably the one next to it. But you can see, I'll do a side-by-side comparison here, and you'll be able to see what it was sort of in previous iterations, and then compared to now, it's completely different. Very, very happy with this gardens. It's looking absolutely fantastic. So you get a real sort of Botanical Gardens feel kind of thing now, whereas before it was just sort of a, you know, a few little plantings here and there and some bushes here and there, but sort of adding all those tons and tons of trees is sort of giving it a real kind of enclosed feel. But then you can kind of come out here and then to these, you know, these views, and you know, you can sit and kind of appreciate the views, and not just in one direction either. So you know, you can sort of get the other views from up here. I'm still toying. I might actually throw a seat in up here and another platform up here as well. I was kind of toying with the idea last time to put a little platform here maybe and a little seating area out here, but I wanted to see what I could kind of get in the way of trees. So what I may even do is just throw a large tree, throw a little disc of soil kind of here, throw a large tree in, throw a little 2-meter platform in, and then you can kind of sit and have a view kind of past a tree, kind of thing like that, to the view. One of those redwood ones, for example, would be like that, so it wouldn't be kind of impinging upon the view too much low down but it would give a little bit of kind of coverage there. I might do that. That'll probably be one thing I'll just mess around with and eventually do. In terms of down here, nothing's really changed all that much as yet. But I really don't want to mess with too many of these original trees because they've got all those vines and stuff growing up, and which looks awesome. The other thing I did here is with those tarred shingle blocks, this is what the railings can kind of look like. We spoke about it previously on one of the other houses. I've got them used as a railing, but I wanted this to kind of be a low railing here, otherwise it's kind of too up and in your face. And what we've now done up here is flower soiled the whole way along, and I've got tons of flowers and whatnot up here as well. And again, you've got sort of a lot of views from up here, and I've made it sort of really bushy in a few places. There's a couple of bits like here I need to fix up, which I'll do eventually. I don't think actually I've got flower soil on me right now, just to sort of level them out a little bit. There we go. That'll sort of level it out a little. There we go, it's a bit flatter. And you've got sort of views down to the town centre as well from here, which is what I was kind of going for as well. And you kind of enveloped a lot by the trees here as well, which I'm really digging. I think it's pretty cool. And then you've also got a couple of little teasers out to the views here as well, which is cool. And you can see that's kind of how I basically just built this up, just put a lot of those terrain shapes, the rock 2 metre terrain shape, but with flower soil. And I'll probably clean this here up a tiny little bit more as well, just sort of rotate some of these around and make a couple more little outfits here and there, not too much of course. Just so you get glimpses of rock. And then we've got a final little step up here as well, and you can see the arrival shrine there, the flame shrine, which is cool. I'm digging that, and you've got views of the mountain peak from here as well. So I'm very happy with this now, the way that it's kind of all mixed up and all sorted out. And as I mentioned previously as well, I've sort of done a little bit more planting to sort of protect the residents down here, and what I've done in doing that is I've put another one of those redwoods in there. Kind of had a bit of an argument with myself for an extended amount of time over that. I didn't want to kind of mess views up. As I mentioned numerous times throughout this build, it's quite difficult to kind of, weigh up. And again, you can see the tower from there. That was a very deliberate thing. I wanted, I'm very meticulous with these things. So, there's a lot of sort of various views and various things that impinge upon other things, and you want to be able to sort of sit in the residence over here and still have little glimpses of views to particular things, like over there to the platform. You want to be able to see over there still. So there's a lot of things to think about, and I want to be able to kind of see the little walkway over there from here as well. So a lot of things that join in and match in together with all of the views here. So complicated, but very cool to get it all organised. And I guess if you could kind of call this a part of the gardens as well, I've now hollowed this out, but I'll elaborate more on this in one of my update videos that's upcoming. Because what I'm going to do is I've been doing sort of update videos on the town centre, and I'll keep doing some of those, and we'll keep doing updates on the new farmers residence over here, which has grown in a little bit more now as well. So all of that will be upcoming, but for the most part I have to say the botanical gardens is pretty much done now. There's not really a lot more I want to do on it, and I don't really think there's a lot more I can kind of elaborate on. I really do love this. I think this walkway is just really kind of really nailed it now. Alright, well, I think that'll be it for us for this one. I will do an update video on this in probably a few weeks. As I said, I'll let it sit with me for a couple of weeks and I'll kind of go like, oh, you know what I need there is a couple of them, and I'll add a few more little things in, and I'll include probably any changes I've done in an update video on that upcoming, and that'll be it for us for this time. Alright, well, once again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Glitch Gaming.